Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
who you know,
who you know can make all the difference in your job search.
Who y'all know.
Yes. Who y'all know. It's Texas, y'all. So we got a great show for you guys today. Super pumped and excited to be here. We've got some very special guests who are going to be Zooming, Skyping, whatever you want to call it. We're going to get them on the screen.
States.
We're going to get them on the screen here in just a second. We've got Theresa Nordstrom. Super excited to have her. Executive recruiting. She's just a specialist in this thing, so we're excited to hear from her. And Victor Mayorga, I think I said it right. Probably said it wrong. It's okay. You know how
90%.
You probably got that right.
Mayorga, probably. Yeah. We'll ask him here in a second.
Yeah.
We're excited to have him because this guy, let me just tell you, we teach video all the time, and we teach it in our summit, and this guy has just blown me away when it comes to video production. So I had to bring him on to share some of his tips. Super excited about that. But guys, let's go to the audience real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see who we got.
Who we got? We got Bill Reams. Hey, Bill. We got Anisha Campbell.
He says 50-50. Bill, what do you mean by 50-50?
Yeah. Susan Neese. Hey, Susan. Lee Rutherford.
Hey,
Lee.
what's up, Lee?
Lee Rutherford.
Luke, what's going on, Luke? Susan, what's up? Good to see all of you here with us. Guys, here's what we want you to do. Make sure you're putting a hashtag and what you're searching for in the comments section. So if it's IT, put hashtag IT or project management or whatever the heck you do, put it in the comments section. And if you're hiring, we want to hear from you. If you are maybe a coach and you're supporting the network, we want to hear from you. If you're, lending any support in any way, we want you to comment in. And guys, make sure you're networking with each other as well. That's pretty important.
Yeah, well, and another thing is, we always talk about this, is that little button down at the bottom of that arrow.
Oh, yeah.
That says share.
Share it.
Make sure, I see we got tons more people popping in every minute, every second here, so make sure that you click on that share. A lot of people ask us, right, how can we help you? What can we do to help you guys? And that's it. That's it. Just get the word out. Share it with your networks. Make sure that we're getting that content out to everybody. Right? We don't know who's in our network that might be hurting, might be searching, need help.
Totally.
So make sure that you share.
You never know who it can affect. And oftentimes what we call the window shoppers, there are a lot of people out here that will watch, but will never like, will never comment, but they'll see and they can be impacted. They can actually reap the benefits of you sharing the video. So make sure you hit that share button. All right, let's give some shout outs. JP says bonjour. Bonjour. I can't even say that word.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Thanks, Jean-Pierre.
That's not my native language.
No, that's not your thing.
Melanie, what's going on? She says new haircut, Mark?
Yes. Yeah, actually.
I commented on that, Melanie, when he came
fresh new fade. You got to keep the grays away. You got to keep the grays. They're all coming in on the side for some reason.
Is that a Corona cut?
Yeah. No, this is legit.
This is a Corona cut right here.
Professionally done. So.
Lisa Lowry, what is up? She says,
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa's with us.
Hiring. Man,
Lisa,
we appreciate you.
Tell us what you're hiring for. Put it in the comments. We got people looking.
Laura Van Camp, good to see you. Chandra, how are you? Guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Go ahead.
Special shout out, because I know we didn't mention her, but hey, Meg Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Meg Rose, our hype lady.
Oh, yeah, yes. Meg Rose.
Meg Rose, you're always great to be in the feed, in the comments, helping people out.
Let's see if she's with us. There she is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's
there.
MRQ.
MRQ.
All right, guys. Foster, will you do us the honors and bless the show with prayer for the listeners?
Guys, I'm going to go to God with all of us because he's the one that controls our job search. We know that. So let's go. Father God, we are all looking for a job, and we thank you that we have all of this stuff going on in and around the network to help us get there. Guide us through, and then when we get that job, guide us through our job. Remind us to go to you to ask for help when we're there to solve all things. Peace comes with that. Peace that passes all understanding, and we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. The Prince of Peace.
Prince of Peace. And you got peace, guys. People can tell when you don't have peace, guys.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I think the world could use some peace the Prince of Peace right now. So thank you, Foster, for that, for
You're
sure.
welcome.
We've got a lot to be grateful for, a lot to be thankful for. We've got some amazing landings that we want to bring to your attention. Super pumped and excited about this. So let's give some hands on LinkedIn for Mike Laufer.
Yeah, hey, Mike.
Mike Laufer.
If you're watching,
And
congrats.
yeah, that's awesome. I want to read real quick his. He sent in the email, guys, and this is what we'd like for you to do too. If you land and you know, we want to hear your story. We want to hear how it all came about. So send us an email. You can send that to whoyouknowshow@gmail.com. And your story is encouraging for other people. They need to know how it's happening, the real deal, not a lot of this fake news stuff going on. They need to know the real deal, right?
That it is happening.
Yeah, we need to see it.
Yeah.
Right?
And then
So,
donuts, y'all.
Oh, donuts.
When we were meeting in person, we would celebrate by eating donuts and donut holes and stuff. Is donut hole, if it's contract, it's not a whole job. I hear y'all out there laughing at me. So, guys, we're doing it virtually now, so we got to have our virtual donuts.
100%. So, okay, let me read this out real quick. So, Mike sent this in, says, "Hi, Foster, Trevor, and Mark. Wanted to let you know I landed. Thank you for all your guidance, coaching, and support these past few months. It was invaluable during my job search. Starting Monday, I will be an account services manager at Cornet Digital North America, supporting their Amazon account.
Oh.
Cornet Digital is an international manufacturing of textile printers. A simple analogy is color inkjet laser printers for fabrics and garments, but on the industrial scale. The role is based in Dallas, with a little travel to some of Amazon's other sites around the country. Of course, I will continue to try to help anyone else I know or meet who is in transition and refer them to you. And if additional positions come up, I'll forward those along too.
Absolutely.
Because I know it's all about who you know. So, Mike, I really appreciate you sending that in.
Yeah,
guys,
thanks for letting us
that
know.
is what we call, you know, this is our Who You Know alumni. These are the people that we've helped. You know, we've got a bunch of them that we've helped years and years and years ago. Foster, you've been doing this how long?
Oh, my God, y'all, 20 years.
Right?
20 years.
And you've built some relationships with people just like Mike,
Right.
and they're still paying it forward.
Yeah, they are.
To this
They are.
day.
Andy Cook's got some really, really good stories about that that's already happening with her.
Yeah, well, you know, in Mike's case, I mean, Mike, you have come through the network before, right? I mean, we connected with him a couple years back.
Yeah.
He had been in transition. And
That was the
gone
first
through-
time me and you, yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
And so this time around, you know, he got plugged in immediately and engaged right away. And Mike, hopefully we, did encourage you and maybe had an impact. And it sounds like we did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In your search.
So big round of applause, guys. Hands on LinkedIn, Mike Laufer.
All
Guys,
right, Mike.
who else? I know you had mentioned a couple more.
We've got Cynthia Radley.
Hey.
Congratulations, Cynthia. And Davida Davi.
Davida.
You remember Davida?
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight from Italy. And I can't think of the name of the company that he landed, but the company manufactures lab equipment for food manufacturing. And I used to be in food manufacturing, and I didn't even recognize the company. So I used to work in R&D. It was really fun. You can tell, can't you?
Man, I think, Foster, you've done like a little bit of everything.
I've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've been around a while.
We also have our good friend Jennifer Hertz.
Hey,
Jen
yes,
Hertz.
congratulations. Now she was at Perennials. She was working a contract. She actually was really concerned about keeping it because she had some family issues with COVID. Not her, but some family issues, and so that had kind of taken some of her time. But it all worked out. She has gotten a full-time permanent offer, doing the same thing. She's in HR. So make sure that you congratulate Jennifer Hertz, and connect with her because she's in HR, right? She's with the company. So
Andy Cook says Francisca Abique landed as well.
Hey.
Francisca, congratulations.
congratulations. All right,
Guys,
Francisco.
if you've landed, send that story into whoyouknowshow@gmail.com. We'd love to give you a shout out. And just tell your story about how it all came about and how it all came together. So congratulations to all of you. Make sure you're also tagging people that you think would value from watching this show, right?
Yeah.
You can always just tag. It could be a job seeker. It could be a recruiter. It could be a company. Tag anybody that you think would benefit from watching this show. We'd appreciate that as well.
Everybody's congratulating Jennifer Hertz. Jen Hertz, you are awesome. We love you, and congratulations. Stick with us. I'm going to be calling you. You know, that's kind of what I do. I am the job father.
I want to give her a big virtual hug. Like, like she's
Yeah.
just awesome. Like
Yeah.
Jennifer is just amazing.
Jennifer's
Just
cool.
love Jennifer. So that is awesome.
Move
Hey,
to Texas. Got it.
do we know any more landings that we're aware of?
I think
I think that was pretty much it.
that's what I had on my
pretty much it.
list. There probably are. That, you know,
I'm sure there are, guys. Again, send them into whoyouknowshow@gmail.com. And a matter of fact, Holden, if you can pull up the website real quick. So I want to give a quick plug to the website. There's a lot of resources on there. There is a resource tab where you can find all of the local groups, all of the local resources like Frisco Connect. There's also careerdfw.org, which you can find pretty much darn near everything, like the practice interview teams, and there's just so much support here, guys, that we want to make sure you're aware of. You can get to it on our page. And then also the summit.
Yeah, the summit every Monday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's still virtual, so unfortunately we're not able to get out to the Cowboys Club, and I don't know if we would because, you know, like Zeke and some other people that came down with it.
Look, we're adapting just like
we
the
are
rest
adapting.
of the world.
The whole world
And I'm
adapting.
like, we're not going to. When you know, the lights are officially back on in the country.
Yeah,
we're still going virtual because
we're gonna stay
here's
virtual.
what I've noticed. We're actually impacting more lives. We're helping
touching
more
more.
people. and
We've
that's what
got
it's all
people
about.
joining every week. They're joining from around the country. We've had people from across the pond.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you name it. So we have every Monday that summit, which is where we teach people how to rehumanize their search, right? Rehumanize the career transition, and also leverage new technologies and connections to get landed.
Well, I want to, on that note, I want to read this other testimonial that came in. Super excited because this is going to tie right into the content that we have for you guys today. This actually came from Ken Lehman.
Oh, yeah, the one that just came in today.
Yeah, it came in today. So I want you guys to hear this out, all right? So he says, Trevor, Mark, and Foster, although I haven't landed a job yet, I want to let you know that I'm getting great feedback on using videos, both BombBomb, which would be like personal videos, right? And using another tool. So I'm interested to hear what tool
What
that
that
is,
other tool
right?
is.
So
Probably
both
a phone.
BombBomb and using another tool. The below is the latest from a corporate recruiter. So here was the response that came from the corporate recruiter. They said, hello, Ken. Thanks for a fantastic follow-up and video. I loved it! Exclamation mark. I haven't gotten many applicants, and this definitely, no, I have gotten many applicants, and this definitely made you stand out. Definitely continue doing those videos. As a recruiter in the biz for 10 plus years, I know that will get other recruiters' attention. Exclamation mark number 2. Okay? So here's the follow-up that Ken said from that email. He says, I'm in 3 different executive networking groups. I've been encouraging them to use video in their job search, even offering to help them do it. Most of them think it's a bad idea and unprofessional. They just don't get it. All right? So keep up the great work, he says. You're making a huge impact on many lives and serving God by serving others. So, Ken, thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah, thank you, Ken.
I think that's, you know, it says it all, right? The recruiter got the thank you videos. She was impressed. Told him, keep doing that.
I want to say something, guys, because I'm a baby boomer kind of guy. Really and truly, I'm the world's youngest millennial, really and truly. But job seekers, most of us in the network are baby boomers and Gen Xers. Now, we had technology when we were coming up. We didn't have the plethora of technology that's here today. I'm saying consider some of the new technology that's being applied.
100%.
If you look at text on LinkedIn, if you look at text, if you Andy, tell me if I'm getting this right. Text with a picture, and video. look and see what the numbers are. So, guys, we still, you hear the stories, it's happening. Venture, if you feel like, if you're comfortable with it, venture forth and do it.
Well, that's the thing, the comfortable stage, right? It is uncomfortable.
Yeah,
If you haven't
it is.
used video before and you're starting to do this, that's why I'm real excited. We've got Victor that we're going to bring on here in just a second. And you know, look, when you're using video and you haven't done this before, it is uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
But if you do it and you just get out of your comfort zone, it does work, guys.
It does
I do want
work.
to tell you it does work. So,
It does work.
Mark, you've got the job seeker tip of the week. I know I'm just throwing that on you, but you got anything for us today?
Yeah, actually I do. I was thinking about it because I thought you might throw that on me. So I started thinking and came prepared. So here's something that a lot of people haven't done. I think some have, and we've talked with some folks who have done this, I think to their credit and have received great results. But when you are interviewing, right, a lot of people, they go into the interview and they prepare. They learn about the company, they do the research, have questions. But if you're in a role, right, that you can actually find a problem that the company has, may or may not have, but you can come prepared to talk about how you address a problem and provide a solution, especially if it's something that you've identified that the company, you know the company is dealing with. You can take that into the interview. And I would actually leverage that and say, hey, I've actually done some research on the company, and I actually know that there's this issue that the company has, and here's a solution actually that I've been thinking about and have come up with. So if you could actually bring some value, that's just total extra value into the interview, and it really says a lot about, you know, the what's the word, the
Forward thinking.
the forward thinking,
Yeah.
just the preparedness that you have to come
100%.
into that role,
Yeah.
right? That you're
wing
applying
it.
for.
Don't wing it, guys. Study, research, figure out what
Be
problems they have,
yourself.
and then go solve, and then go show them why you're the solution for the problem.
Right.
Yeah, love that. That's great. Great advice.
I think the company's guys, Trevor talks about it all the time. Attitude determines altitude. So be yourself. Be you. If you try to be Trevor, it's not going to work.
No, you
Trevor
can't be
does,
me.
Trevor does Trevor the best. Mark does Mark the best. And me, I don't know. But
yeah, think about that. I mean, though, if you go into the interview and you've already got a problem solved for them, I mean,
that's
boom,
what we're
right
there
there.
for.
That's a compelling reason for you to be the perfect candidate.
That's
and it
why we're
differentiates
talking.
yourself because other people aren't going to the interview doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so speaking of videos, we talk all about videos all the time. Let's go to a quick commercial break. Can we play, Holden, can we play the video commercial for Lauren Hullen, please?
Hewlin.
My name is Lauren Hewlin. I'm a recent MBA graduate in the DFW area. I'm highly trained in organizational behavior and how to use the knowledge in this field to increase employee engagement. I taught kindergarten through Teach for America and worked in educational leadership for a few years before deciding to transfer my skills to a more corporate setting. I would love to take what I know about developing others and my ability to be highly organized and detail-oriented into a career in human resources. I am now interviewing for my next success, so if you know of someone I should be connected with, please tag them down below.
All right, you guys heard it here. Great job. Round of applause for Lauren
Hewlin.
Hewlin. Yeah, I told y'all I messed names up.
Stephanie Valadez is with us today. Hey, Stephanie.
Guys, one of the things I will tell you is y'all heard it here from Lauren. Tag any of the professionals you think she can connect with, right?
Yeah.
Network. That's what this is about, the job networking show. So
Connect
network
with Lauren Hewlin, you guys.
Yeah, connect with her and see how you guys can help each other. That's what this is all about.
Right.
So great job there. Can we also play another one for Greg Bailey? You're going to see it here today first.
Hi everyone, my name is Greg Bailey and thanks for viewing my first LinkedIn video. I help companies grow their client base through a consultative and solutions-based style of sales. While I love winning the sale, I'm really passionate about making sure the customer's been satisfied, they see the value, and they come back for more. Please be on the lookout for content from me about how you can create raving fans following the sale. I'm looking to grow my professional network on LinkedIn and become more active. So please tag anybody you think I should connect with to my sales and account page below. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right. Another
video.
great job. Guys, these commercials are coming out phenomenal. You see what job seekers are doing to get noticed, right? It's all about being visible, and the more visible you are in your job search, the more people that know you exist and that you are the right person for the job, good things are just going to happen from it, guys. So that's awesome. Congratulations, Greg.
Yeah, Greg.
So, all right. Well, that leads us right in. Super excited. Yeah, we've got Victor Mayorga. I said it wrong.
Victor, how do you say it correctly?
Oh, wait, we can't hear Victor.
Mayorga?
There you are. Victor, what's going on, buddy?
Good, good. You're saying it's just fine too, Victor Mayorga. So.
Yes. Yes, I got it right. That's awesome. It's okay to tell me if I got it wrong.
He's won for $999,000.
Yeah. That's true.
So, Victor, we're excited to have you here because you are like a video expert. Like I was super impressed by you because we talk about using BombBomb, this platform, with job seekers all the time, and how to stand out in their job search. And the first time we interacted, I think I sent you a video or something like that. Anyways, you sent me one back, and it blew me away. Like, it was so crisp, so clean. I felt like I was in the studio with you, and it was like, wow.
Hollywood.
It made me go, wow, and I'm used to it, right? So tell us about that. Like, how'd you get started doing videos? And
So I've always just been like a creative person. When I went to the Art Institute for Visual Effects and Motion Graphics, I got a degree in that, and then I just landed in real estate and mortgage. So I was working with a top producer in the mortgage industry because they valued videos, but the rest of the company didn't like videos so much, and so my role was to get the rest of everybody in the sales team to start making videos. And at that time, I had experience behind the camera, creating content, not so much being in front of the camera. And so it was really hard for me to sell people on making a video if I didn't really understand exactly what it feels like, what the process is like, if I've never really been in front of the camera. So I kind of had to push myself out of my comfort zone and make videos, educational videos on how to create content or content you should be making, just a full suite of educational videos on people so that they could use to grow their business using videos. And so from there, I kind of learned different video processes, and that led me to kind of fly around for all of our offices and create video production rooms, because we use that as like a business-to-business strategy to meet more realtors or partner with different organizations, nonprofits, and things like that, to just really build relationships through videos.
Love that.
Through the entire time, I needed a way to simply send out videos. And that way has always been BombBomb. And because they were in the same state that I'm in, we always had a really close connection. So even when I switched or got recruited to a different organization, which I then replicated the exact same thing I did for the first organization I worked for, building more production rooms, recreating a video system, and then kind of dabbling in like marketing agency style, where we did direct mail, email campaigns, and a full suite of just marketing creatives. That really opened up the door to like a lot of different other things. And then I kind of started experiencing like, how can I then use video as this valuable asset and then kind of automate it, make it easier for people, and just all the stuff that I learned throughout the entire process. I've always kind of given back to people as kind of like free knowledge. And from there, I've kind of just been able to kind of grow myself using videos, grow other businesses using videos, and I've heard a lot of success stories. So I've kind of just stuck with it. But I think my one thing that has made me really good is that I'm constantly making videos every single day. There were even days where I send out like 20 BombBomb videos because it's easier for me to communicate through videos.
Well, I was going to say, you're definitely an expert, and you definitely walk the walk, because about giving free value. Like, okay, so I was having a little issue with my computer or whatever, and sure enough, he sends me a video like, hey, here's what I think's going on, and he's like giving me free advice, free help. I'm like, man, that is awesome. So thank you first and foremost for that. Can we? You're definitely the expert, so I want to show your promo video. Can we play Victor's promo? It just blew me away.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Man.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's great.
You know, I made that very, very last minute. So every time I watched it, I mean, I watched it twice before I sent it off. I was just like, oh God, I'm a little embarrassed, but that's okay because you have to start somewhere, and this is where I'm starting. And then from there, I'm just going to continue to make it evolve. So just can't be perfect.
guys, you said you made that in like an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can we give him a round of applause for that?
Yeah. Wow. Right. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna,
I don't
something together here. Just,
I don't think Hollywood's that good yet.
So this is what I'm talking about, guys. When I say he's the expert when it comes to video, he definitely is, and he's really wowed me with it. So I'm curious. Tell us about, like, if you were a job seeker, okay, and I just taught you how to use BombBomb, right? I just taught you that in my summit, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Use this so you can connect with Theresa over here. Who's the recruiter, right, and get her attention. What would be one of the first things that you would do as far as like maybe setup or lighting, or like what would you do? Like how would you get set up and ready for this?
First, just figure out like where you're going to create the video, and then just get really comfortable with the camera. I mean, don't think of it like an actual camera. Think of it as an actual person. It's the recruiter, and then talk to it like an actual person, because I think once you start figuring out what your script is going to be or what you want to say, your voice and your tone is different. And so when you talk to a regular person, you're not thinking about video production or script and all that other stuff. You're just kind of talking to somebody. So I would always make sure that you talk to the camera like you would like another person. And then when people are able to kind of see kind of who you are and what you do, kind of your personality, then that will just attract the right people to you, or you'll see your video and be like, I want to work with this person. So kind of just be yourself. But I think the biggest thing is definitely have a decent setup with the light and a good camera. That way you look good, because if you don't look good, you're going to feel horrible. It's going to give negative energy, and then it's just not going to make you perform the way you want to perform. So, yeah.
Yeah, Theresa. So we also have Theresa Nordstrom with us. Super excited to have you. Me and you are going through video marketing boot camp right now. So you're an expert now in video as well.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. If somebody was to send you, like, let's say you're in the hiring process, you're interviewing and all that kind of stuff. Has a job seeker ever sent you a video before? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, actually, that's what I wanted to share with you before I knew Victor was going to be on here, because I do know him as well. I've actually only had one person ever send me a video. I'm a huge, I know, and it was actually last year. I'm a huge fan of video. I actually use a different tool, but I have used BombBomb, and I use it in my processes to get candidates and clients. But I've only had one person ever, which is crazy. And by the way, I do remember them. And so I think it's phenomenal that you are teaching video, because it will make you stand out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question to, I guess, piggyback on that. It's, if you've only gotten one video, obviously, right, there are not a lot of even early adopters yet at this point. And so, I mean, if you think about that, viewer audience, like, think about that. If you don't even have really like the first wave of early adopters using it, you are on the bleeding edge. You are ahead, way ahead of the curve. Yeah. And so leverage this, like use this to your advantage. Yeah. And those people, like in Ken Lehman's email that he wrote, like people that thought it was unprofessional, like they're the laggards, right? Yep. They are, there's early adopters, there's the herd, and then there's laggards. Don't be a laggard.
Yeah.
We have an opportunity to take advantage of something, guys. We're on the precipice. If you don't believe video is coming or already here, look at LinkedIn.
Well, how are we communicating right now?
Yeah,
think about it. Think about it. You're in your living room right now watching us, or wherever you're at. You know, maybe you got your phone, or you're at the
Don't be in your car. Y'all don't be driving.
You know
Trevor
they
used
are.
to do that.
You know they're in the drive-through at Wendy's right now watching us. But no, like video is here, guys. It's been here. It's not going anywhere. It's actually going to get
It's
it's going to get a little crazier pretty soon. I've spoke this and it will happen. Watch. VR is the next big thing. VR will be like you'll be watching this show and it will be like you're in the studio with us. You guys understand what I'm saying? You'll put a thing on and you'll be a live studio audience with us in the studio. Right. Like that is coming. Zoom will be an app on your VR, okay, that will allow you to be on the moon having a networking meeting.
I like that.
We'll have Frisco Connect on the moon.
Yeah. I've got a question for Victor. Hey, Victor, so you obviously were pioneering this, right? For the companies that you were with, you've built this up, it sounds like twice, right? This model. How did you find your learning curve was, like getting just comfortable with video and using it? And then how do you help people get over that hurdle for themselves?
Oh, yeah.
The first thing that I had to do on my own was kind of just figure out what my style is and kind of what I want my presence or brand to look like. And then from there, I like to create template-based systems. So each thing that I do kind of falls within the exact same template. That way I can save time and replicate that process over and over and over again to kind of make it scalable. When it comes to video production rooms, I've built 14 so far. Yes. This one is not as fancy as my other one. And every now and then, technology has its funny ways of letting me down when you need it to work for you. So it's kind of interesting. So much time.
You got a nice camera, I can tell. Yeah, you got a great camera, I can tell.
Yeah, this was actually a Logitech webcam. I have a DSLR behind, but recently Google Chrome made this update, and now it won't connect to my ATEM Blackmagic Pro. So, I mean, there's like 15 different buttons that I have right in front of me. But the biggest thing to kind of make your videos look better is just having a little basic just knowledge on lighting setup, composition, and then the way that you can communicate to the camera is also really important. So that's kind of where I specialized in, kind of helping people get comfortable with the camera and then utilizing the rooms that we would set up. And then that way they had their own knowledge and power to create their content on their own. And if they wanted more, they can send it off to us and then we would process it for them and stuff like that. And so I just spent hundreds of hours watching other people do this on YouTube for free. And by just watching all these videos, I kind of picked and chose kind of what I like the best. And then from there, I would then kind of create my own room. And then once you make one, then you do it again and again and again. But you start learning, like, I didn't like how I did that. I didn't like how I did this one. This one looked really, really cool. So I'm going to continue to do this process, maybe modify it just a little bit. So then after a while, you kind of just learn exactly like what are the best practices. And then you just document everything. And then from there, you kind of just repeat it. So that was always the process.
Yeah, it's a skill and it's a learned skill and you get better and better and better. And so like you think about if you have that skill and it's something that you have to learn and adapt and you'll pick it up over time. But if you can do this, you have a leg up on the candidate that does not have that as a skill. This is a skill that you can put down on your resume. Like the stuff that this guy does is a value, it's an asset, it's a skill. And man, kudos to you. I think it's awesome.
I like what you said too, as far as just learning by example, right? Watching a lot of video content, and taking what you like, what you didn't like, discarding that. And for our audience, this is something that you guys can do. I mean, I don't know which camera I'm looking at, but there we go. So
camera 3.
Yes, for the audience, I mean, if you are a in-career transition, we have on the Who You Know page all of the videos of people that have come before you and done their own videos. Just watch those. Yeah, go through and that'll help you get a comfort level, I'm sure. Just going through and watching all the people that have made videos already. They're all archived. They're all in the feed.
So Victor, you're also a kind of a LinkedIn expert. What are some tips that you would give a job seeker to kind of help them to optimize their profile? What are some things that you would do for that?
So I get recruited on really, really often, and aside from posting content
Right,
on a
me
regular
too,
basis,
Victor. Yeah.
it's all SEO. So you have to kind of think like, what is the recruiter searching for and what terms are they using? So if you want to be an accountant, obviously you're going to need to have accountant throughout your title, throughout your description, throughout your skill set, just various places. That way when people are searching for that term, you're ranked higher and you're shown more often. And so I think because my profile is made in a way where it's really optimized, I use a lot of keywords inside of my profile. That way when people search for anything related to kind of what I do in regards to videos, they'll normally find me and then go through my content and then reach out to me for whatever reason. So I get a lot of leads, and I don't even look for them. They mostly just come to me, which is one of my biggest ways that I've found. It's just my way of doing things, I guess.
I love that. What you said right there is the way he's got his LinkedIn set up and the content that he's producing and putting out there, people are coming to him, right? Like that is the goal of a job seeker using LinkedIn. You need to optimize your profile, you need to put out content, and you need to drive people like Theresa to come look at you and look at your profile, right? That's what you got to do. And so I love that. That's great advice.
Guys, with 35, maybe 40 million people that are out of a job now, what we're suggesting is imperative now. It really, I mean, when a recruiter, Theresa probably, if she posts a job, she's probably getting a whole lot more resumes now than maybe she did before.
Great question. Theresa, how are the resumes right now? Are you getting more since COVID? I mean, I would think obviously that's an obvious question, but is it? Yeah. Are you getting more?
Well, so I actually used to get tons of applicants because I post really creative job postings. I don't regurgitate job descriptions. So honestly, I always got a lot of applications. So, but yes, I mean, I think that there's always a lot of job applicants. Even now, there's going to continue to be more. And actually, I just posted a poll on that. I think the challenge that even what recruiters are saying is they're getting a larger quantity, but they're not saying the fit is there. So that's kind of the answer from my peer set. So.
Got it. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do real quick. We've got a lot more content to get through. I'm super excited to have Theresa here with us. Let's go to a quick commercial break, though, and check in with our audience. So let's see who we got with us. I got Fanny Dunnigan, of course.
Oh, hey, Fanny.
Yeah, everybody loves Fanny. You know Fanny?
Everyone knows Fanny.
Oh, everybody knows Fanny.
Man.
There it is again.
Teresa, where are you at?
In Nebraska.
Nebraska.
That's right.
Nebraska, yeah.
Okay.
See?
Wow.
Omaha,
Man, everybody
Nebraska.
does know Fanny.
Everybody loves Fanny.
Miss Priscilla Hollis
Victor,
is with us.
If you don't
And
know Fanny yet,
Priscilla-
we need to get you connected with Fanny.
Priscilla wins. You win, Priscilla, because you made a mention of way back Wednesday. Remember this company?
Oh.
That's who hired me before I became Verizon. So I can talk to you guys about Verizon. And y'all, please link in with me. If you're Verizon, if you are GTE especially, link in with me, Foster Williams. We're a big old family, and it's fun. We've actually got a LinkedIn site.
Hey. All right, we got Shannon Nibert. How are you, Shannon?
Shannon.
Derek, what's up? He says from Ola from Hawaii.
All right.
Not Ola.
Aloha.
Hello.
Y'all know I can't read.
Oh my gosh.
This is funny, you guys.
Oh,
This is
man.
funny.
Luke, what's up, buddy? How are you? Mindy, good to see you.
Yeah.
She says hi,
Mindy
everyone.
Zach.
Hey, we've got Heidi. We saw Heidi Torres on Monday, actually. She jumped into the summit again. Crystal Woolley. I don't know if Uni Elder is watching, but hey, Uni, if you're watching, hi.
Oh, yeah.
Honey.
That's a good one. Hey, Uni.
Yep. And so Tony Vrilli, who also is a great part of the network. I think, Tony, you're trucking along. Hopefully things are going well in your search. And Don Mason.
Yeah.
Don's in there. Hey,
Don
Don.
Mason been with us for a long time. Don, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Don.
Hey, Shannon, you got any positions you want to plug here in the comments? Anything that you're hiring for right now? Shannon Nibert, just let us know if there's anything that you want to plug here.
An MRQ.
Guys, we appreciate you. We love you. Absolutely. I've got a quick commercial and a quick plug that I want to do real quick.
Valerie.
I said quick 3 times. Did you hear that?
Yep.
A quick commercial.
Quick commercial.
And a quick plug that I want to do real quick.
Real quick.
Did you hear that?
We
I don't
did
know
that
what that
time.
was about.
Do it
You guys
fast.
catch that? Just make sure you caught it.
Valerie Brown, I see you.
Hey, good things come in threes, right?
All right, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Can we play, Holden, can you play the commercial for Waldorf University?
Waldorf, yep.
How are you spending extra time at home? Perfecting kitchen skills? Learning a new language? What about your education? At Waldorf University, we're offering 25% off your first online course. It's your time. It's your future. Start today.
All right, guys, y'all need to connect with Waldorf University if you're trying to up your skills, right? And here's a cool thing too, guys. They're actually going to be sponsoring the show and sponsoring some webinars that we're going to be teaching you. I'll be teaching you, okay? It's going to take a deeper dive into the Career Transition Summit that Mark and I teach on Mondays. There's just not enough time. So we will actually be, over the next 6 months, it's going to be a 12 webinar series. So we're super excited. Thank you so much to Waldorf University. And we're excited about that.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
awesome.
cool. So let's just dive right in. Teresa, what's up? How are you?
I like Theresa's last name, Nordstrom. That's cool.
Why do you guys have me next to Victor? He has this awesome camera. My camera usually looks good. You guys, I look like blurry compared to him. Thanks a lot.
It's probably just, it's the Wi-Fi.
It's the Wi-Fi.
It's the Wi-Fi.
It's
Yeah.
Whiffy.
I look good in the corner.
Oh, you
I don't
can
know.
see what you look like, huh?
It's-
Because over in the corner, you're looking pretty dapper over
Thanks,
there, girl.
Victor. You make me look bad over here.
You're taking all her Wi-Fi.
Victor, we need
Yeah,
your
yeah.
help, man.
He's sucking all the bandwidth.
Yeah. That high,
I'm
what'd you
Victor.
call it?
Your high-powered equipment.
Yeah, his black whatever camera. What is it?
This one, it's my little baby, which is kind of sad, but it's my Logitech.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So fine. Anyways.
So guys, we're excited. Teresa, thank you for being with us. Teresa is a senior HR professional and executive recruiter and candidate attraction specialist.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's
Attract
my
those
passion.
candidates, girl.
I am.
So I got a question for you. What do you
Yes.
mean when you say you want to transform the way hiring leaders recruit talent? What does that mean to you?
Yeah. So, I have a ton of passion around this. And if you think about it, I really don't know if recruiting has actually changed a ton in the last 20 years and a lot of,
Good point.
especially small and middle companies. Did you say something? Sorry.
No, I said good point. I'm with you. I'm tracking with you.
Okay, because if you really think about it, we have automated the application process, right?
Right.
Which we've automated, but they still regurgitate job descriptions, which are boring, and candidates are frustrated. A lot of hiring leaders are frustrated, but at the end of the day, clients don't tell their stories well. Hiring leaders are frustrated. They end up spending a ton of money on external recruiters, and yes, I'm an external recruiter.
Me too.
And so I should be happy. But ultimately, I think that, my passion is about helping small, medium-sized companies really figure out how to have a multifaceted recruiting process that can actually tell companies' stories better, really create a culture internally that is through employee referral, candidate attraction processes that, sometimes it means not using an external recruiter because it's better, it's more profitable to do it internally. By the way, they shouldn't have 50 to 100 requisitions. That's craziness. That's
that is
not a
crazy.
great, honestly, I think it's, we were trying to recruit for so many years, but we really never changed the processes that much. And then candidates were ticked, leaders were ticked that we couldn't fill roles, but yet we weren't doing things differently. So I could talk about that all day long, but I really think there's some things that we could do differently. And so I'm really pivoting my business, and I was actually doing that before COVID. So, but at the end of the day, I still do recruit, but I think that there's sometimes that we need to do things differently within a business. So I will do both because I don't always think it's silly. I don't think it's smart to pay me tons of money to external recruit for you when you can do it better internally. So,
It really could, couldn't they? Yeah.
Well, you said a couple things about culture. I actually watched a video, see that video? Watched a video of yours about culture. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, so I'm a huge advocate of employee referral, and you know what's funny is before your Who the Know show, I used to say it's not who you know, but also who you know knows.
Who you know knows.
I've had
Yeah.
who you know knows, because you know it is who you know. But I used to always say just because you don't know an engineering manager, you know, like, oh, I don't know any engineers. Well, but you may know someone that knows an engineer. So many of the companies I've been in, I've had to teach people like, well, you may not know a developer, but you know, your mom may know someone that has a son or something like that. So I really, honestly, I would have loved to have been part of your thing here, right? So I really have taught the employee referral culture and had tremendous success with that. So, but here's the thing about culture: employee referrals have been the best source of hire since for forever. They impact employee engagement. They increase profitability. So I really do believe that that's a core component about the impact that employee referral can have on them. So there's a lot of components about that. I also think that if you do employee referral right, it's not just about a policy. You can have fun with it. I've given away a Harley. I've given away College World Series final tickets. Yeah, I have.
Wow.
I've given away a Harley.
Harley.
But here's the deal. It's 20 grand. 20 grand is, it's really not a lot when we get paid X amount to fill a position. That's not a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
It is a lot.
Yeah, that same 20 grand I've made.
Okay, so Mark and I, we both ride Harleys. Okay, just so you know.
You do?
Yep, we both got
Yeah.
Springers, and I got a
video on
Dyna.
that.
How many motorcycles you got, Mark?
Well, 2, and then my wife has one as well.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
You guys
And
have
he's got 3
video.
sons, so you know what's got to happen.
Mark, let's do a video of us riding, man. Like
Get some
hardcore.
GoPros.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it'll be like a hardcore, let's do a video.
Teresa's right. There's so much more that companies that are listening, there's so much more that you guys can do.
Yeah.
If you put your time and a little bit of budget towards that, you'll be surprised what people like Theresa and I are willing, as third-party recruiters, are willing to help you guys do.
Give
you
more
already
Harleys.
called me in to
give
help
more
you guys
Harleys.
build job descriptions. You pay me to do that already. We can do a lot more than that, you guys.
Hey, what about for
Yeah.
a company, Teresa? What about a company that's like got a high turnover? I came from the auto industry. Auto industry's got high turnover, and there's a lot of other industries like that. What do you do to kind of like reverse that that culture? That's like a negative culture, right? How do you reverse that?
Well, it's not just one answer, right? I think first you have to, there's a lot of engagement things that you have to figure out what's at the root of that. So part of it is figuring out what's the issue. One, they say people leave leaders. So I think there's not one answer. And so I'd have to get in there and understand what's the reason for the turnover. And, you just have to
long hours. Long hours.
Well, yeah.
They grind their employees. They turn and burn their own employees. They treat them as a number. I could tell you because I was on the inside for 6 years. I know what the problem is. And what's funny is there's a huge issue in the auto industry, and they know it.
They know it.
Won't change.
They
I went
know
and bought a car this last year, and I was like, this is exactly the same as it was 5 years ago. I had to wait at the dealership for ever, and this back and forth nonsense when I already had the price. Things like that where they just won't adapt to.
That's why they have Carvana.
Yeah.
And they're not the only ones, guys. Look at corporate America. Look at what we're talking about. Hey, just a little bit of something could grow into something that save you a lot of money and time. Just saying.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing about COVID is COVID has really actually been great for some companies because it has forced them to change. I don't know if you're familiar with the change management model. I'm a big fan of Kotter, Kotter, but it's like companies don't change until they're forced to. And guess what COVID did? It forced people to change. And those companies that are unwilling to change, guess what? They could end up dying through this. And some companies are having struggles because of, challenges beyond their own, decisions and things of that nature. But yeah, so
yeah, I'm thinking I don't even want to go to the car dealership. I don't even want to go to the car dealership. They better bring it to my house. And actually, they did. We bought another car recently, and after COVID, during COVID, we bought another car, and they brought it to the house. Okay, you filled out the application online,
Yeah.
and then when we did go in, they would have brought the paperwork to us, but we did go in to sign. So they did adapt, right? But I'm like, why could that not have been before? Like, because you just make me hate the process.
The process,
right? And anyway, so, but you're right, they had to adapt.
Theresa, you talked about something that is, very relevant. I mean, with the times, COVID and the way that things are changing and forcing companies to change, but it's also changing the recruiting and hiring landscape, right? Because, and Victor, I'll relay this to you, it's a buyer's market, right? It's not a seller's market. I mean, really, the companies now are in the driver's seat because they have the jobs. There's millions of candidates, millions more candidates that are out there. So what would you recommend people do to maybe get a leg up or to navigate this change with the environment of hiring? Because now it's a buyer's market, right?
Yeah. So I do. I mean, honestly, I think the video is great. So here is one thing. This is one of my models, and actually, if you can't see the peacocks in the back, I believe I'm a peacock in the land of penguins. There's actually a video on that. But why fit in when you're born to stand out is my motto. And actually,
drop it.
Hold on,
That's a
Theresa,
mic
wait. You guys will grab one.
That's a mic drop.
Here we go. On your mark.
There you go.
Get set. Boom! Mic drop.
I will be doing a video on that because honestly, I've been told I don't fit in at some companies. I mean, because I'm so creative. But here's the deal: most people love it. But a couple things. I think one thing is you guys, this is the time to stand out, and I think you need to understand what differentiates you. I will tell you that I think the video is a great option for you. And you know what? Be yourself. Victor kind of mentioned it.
There that is again.
So when I use video to get candidates, I am authentic. I'm just who Theresa is.
Right.
By the way, I'm not very polished. I'm like, hey, Victor, this is Theresa Nordstrom with, Talent Company Inc. I have this role. I'm very casual. I will tell you what, people respond to me like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And they just like it.
Yep.
Because I'm not some structured recruiter and they just feel comfortable with me. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one option. One of the things about LinkedIn, I will tell you, when I'm recruiting for talent, and I just did a video on this and I didn't do the whole thing, but I talked about the featured section. I think in your LinkedIn area, don't regurgitate your job description. You guys, tell me your story.
Right.
If people read my area, they're going to see that I have passion, that I have energy, that I'm disruptive. What's different about you? You know what I mean? Like, share some of your energy or whatever it is about you, your creativeness, because you want them to go, wow, that person's different. I will find people and go, I'm going to get a hold of that person. So those are a couple of things that I think. And so that's one thing. And I think then you use those video options and then network the heck out of it. That's what I tell people.
So guys, what she's saying is the featured section on your LinkedIn profile needs to be a lead magnet, okay? You need to grab people. You need to make them say, wow, that featured section is the eye grabber, and you need to be able to do that. So that's why those commercials you saw, we played Greg Bailey and Lauren Hewlin's, Hewlin.
Lauren Hewlin.
I can't.
I'm trying to help.
I'm sorry. We played y'all your videos, right? Make sure you are putting those videos that we made for you. Make sure you put that on your featured section, okay? And that needs to be highlighted. And you guys can go. If anybody from the audience wants to get one of those videos, you need to come through the Who You Know Summit, and we'll walk you through that process and how that works.
Think about what Theresa's saying, because I mean, so many people, you have the job description and you have the recs, right, the requirements, and so many people are trying to conform, right, to mold themselves into that. And that's what everybody else is doing. And if you have to find a different path.
I love how you said it. So don't be why are you trying to be a penguin when you got to be a
there's a video on it.
A peacock.
Peacock.
Think about peacock. So there's a video on it. It's like, there's a video on it. It's like hearing the peacocks. And it's like, all these penguins are here. They're like, look at the new peacock. He's all colorful. Well, as soon as the peacock shares all his colors, they're like, oh, we don't want you and all these new ideas. And that's me. I come with new ideas and like, put the penguin.
Hey, Theresa, I have a question that I think
Yeah.
I know the answer to. I'm being a little smarty pants over here. So you probably have hired IT people or technical people before, do you want to just hire just another machine? Don't you want, it tends to be real linear anyway, the linear thinking people, but we still want to hire the neatest one out there. So the question becomes, how do we set ourselves apart, guys? Some of us IT people. I've got a huge IT network. Actually, IT network might be the biggest part of the career search network. But guys, we are technical, but we still have to make a difference. We have to touch mark somewhere.
Yeah. So I think one thing is it depends on what kind of company you want to work for. So one of the things is when I work for a company, I dig into the culture and I recruit, I tell their story. So I think part of it is what type of company do you fit in best to, and where do you want to work for? And so I think part of it is who are you marketing for? Because some tech people, do you want to go work for that scrappy startup where there's not a lot of structure? And I mean, let's face it. Or do you want to work for the big company that is like structured agile to the nth degree? So, and how you do your resume. I've seen some IT resumes that have like every project they've ever done on them. So
12 pages long. You're like,
that's
dang,
kind of
man, this is a book or what? What is this?
Aerospace resumes can get ridiculous. Some of your aerospace people, I love what Teresa's saying. How do we make a difference?
Hey, Theresa, you got some positions that are open right now that you're hiring for. Can you plug some of those?
Yeah. So I'm part of a large network. It's a kind of a group of us small recruiters that we share roles. I have a whole bunch of literally there's like 8 audit, compliance, IT audit roles. They're in Chicago. They are with a blue chip company.
The Bears.
They do have a lot of, what?
I just said the Bears.
Okay, go Bears. It's like, okay, what is if they play this ball. But so they're in Chicago. There's a lot of travel with them. But if you in audit, IT, compliance, or financial audit, they're part of a leadership development program, which means you'll be in the leadership development program for 2 to 3 years, and then you'll roll out into the business. That's huge. They pay anywhere from pretty much usually $80,000 to $95,000. You have relocation with them. This is a company that's in a really good sector right now. So if you're interested, and I can put the link out there on your site, where I actually made a specific job that you can actually spell who you know. I literally just named it who you know. But if you want to apply and put your name in there, you can just do that. But ultimately, there's 7, 8 roles that are all around audit and compliance. Usually you have to have Big 4 background, a CISA or a CPA. People in that space will know, or if you know someone, of course. Yeah.
Well, that brings up a good point. So you said you got to have those requirements, right? So, all right. What happens if you find a candidate who's I think you'd done something about this, 70% correct? No, this was Catherine. Anyway, so let's say you got 70% match to the job description, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get there, right? Because what if the top 3 skills they're looking for you don't have?
Yeah. So audit and people that want Big 4 people, how do I say this? They're snobby. No, just kidding. Did I say that?
Big 4 people. Yeah.
So Big 4 people that's a specific skill. It means they've, worked on big, large companies, and typically they need that skill set. So it's kind of an all or nothing. They typically need it, or maybe if they worked on, Walmart, Nike, or something of that nature, they will be considered. So that's a different animal. I will tell you, clients that I work on, I am very big on hiring for talent, and I'm not a checklist recruiter. And that's a whole nother discussion about being a checklist recruiter.
Yes. Yes. And a lot of hiring managers try to make us that way, and we ain't going. Teresa and I, we ain't going there, y'all. We ain't doing it.
You ain't having it?
No.
Not today.
Not today.
No. That commercial's funny.
That commercial is funny.
That commercial.
And that commercial is what, probably 8 years old now?
That commercial is funny. I bring it up all the time.
That is one of the funniest.
Cracks me up.
You guys, now I'm going to speak to corporations. You guys,
do it.
You're hiring managers. Please, we recruiters are not easy money, and we're not all of these things that you guys call us. We have the desire to work with you and find out what actually works. We don't need a checklist. Recruiters like Teresa and I are a little bit, we got a little bit of experience now. We have a lot to add, but we will get you what you want to hire. All you got to do is tell us, and we'll work with you. Don't get these preconceived notions that we're this and that and other thing. No. People like Teresa and I are willing to work with you. How about that?
Dang, there you go. Okay, so real quick before we hop off, tell us what's the best way for both of you actually. What's the best way for the audience if they want to connect with you, if they want to, plug in? Do you guys have websites that you want to plug or anything like that?
You go ahead, Victor.
Yeah. Oh, sure. You guys could find me on LinkedIn, Victor Mayorga, or just Google Victor the Creative. It'll all take you back to my platforms, and that's where you guys can find me.
Love that. Victor the Creative.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Y'all need to Google it. Google it right now.
That's branding at its finest there. That's what it is.
Google it. Teresa, what about you?
Well, I'm Theresa Nordstrom on LinkedIn. I'm very active along with Trevor. And I actually just launched my new website, Talent Company Inc. You might see a little bit of like old Nordstrom talent that is out there, but I literally just sent out just Talent Company Inc. So it's talentcoinc.com. But Google me. You can Google me and find me. So
Google it. Y'all heard it here first. Google it. And you'll find them, or go to LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure LinkedIn's the happy.
I don't know who are doing.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Audience, don't go anywhere. I want to talk to you real quick, so don't go anywhere. But Teresa, Victor, man, we appreciate y'all coming and
thank you so much
being part of this.
Omaha, Nebraska, and Colorado, man.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
What part of Colorado, Victor? Oh, gone.
He gone.
One of them.
Yeah, they go. All right, real quick before we head out, we've got Chandra, we got China Haley, how are you? Mike, what's going down? He says he loves your content, Teresa. That's awesome. Faith, what is up with you? Oh, man. Oh, you know what? So we've got the job father here with us, right?
Oh, man.
We got to clarify something. We found out recently that there's another job father out there. Now, they're different, but the same, but different.
I don't even know what he looks like.
So there's another job father in Austin, and I've actually reached out, and he's got a recruiting agency.
He's in Austin.
He's in Austin, and I reached out. I'll get a hold of him, and I want to invite him on the show. But so he has a recruiting agency, and it's and then job father.
All one word.
Like,
right?
yeah, job father.
Job fathers.
Yeah, one word. And then we have the job father. 3 words. And yeah, look at him. He's like, I don't know.
Whatever y'all do to me, that's what I get.
I can't remember who it was. This was probably like a year, maybe 2 years ago. It's probably been 2 years. Somebody called you the job father on the show, and I was like, that's it. That is you.
I do remember that.
Who was that?
It's pretty fun.
I can't remember who it was, but
I can't remember who
but they said it, and I was like, oh man. And they were like, yeah, I've been calling you that for years and all that anyway.
Yeah, he had.
But that was it stuck with me, and I've always wanted to do that image that we posted.
Yeah. And guys, one thing about me, I'll always be down on the street with you guys. We'll be going in and out of these ditches together. This is my calling in life. This is what I do. It's really, really fun, and you guys are real nice to me, and y'all feed me barbecue and stuff. So I got the right job.
Yeah.
Well, I want to put this out there too, because this is something that we have had, I guess, communicated to us in the past, that just the support is important. And so, guys, if you guys are going through hard times, I mean, if you're just down and getting kicked while you're down and you just want somebody to talk to, like, let us know, reach out. We're always happy to have a conversation.
Yes.
You know, whatever need to be, pray with you, whatever that is. So
100%.
just be sure that, you know, you reach out. We're here for you.
There's support out there,
There's a lot of support out there for you.
Yeah, we had a gentleman that he came to the summit that I just felt, I could feel it, right? You know, and he needs some help. And anyway, there's a lot of people out there right now going through stuff, and
Oh, man.
you know, but I feel just super honored and blessed to be able to be a resource, like to actually be able to help people when they're going through a bad time. It's amazing. You know, it's one thing to help people when things are good.
A lot of people don't know that there's somewhere you can go to get help, guys. When they get laid off, some of you guys are still working for companies for 25 and 30 years, believe it or not. And you get laid off, you're like, what? What do I do?
Yeah.
But you know what? We got a big old network.
Yep.
And it can be overkill sometimes, make your eyes go jibbity, 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 whatever that is. But you know, it's better that you have something to plug into than you're not.
But that's just it. Network. Like Theresa was saying, you know, you may not know somebody, but you know somebody who knows somebody.
Yep.
And that's what networking is. It's the whatever, the seven levels
Layers of Kevin
Bacon or whatever.
My
I mean,
dad
it's
used to say, know the man standing next to the man standing next to the man.
yeah,
I like
that's exactly
that.
it. That's exactly it.
Speaking of that, okay, I'd like for each and every one of you to think about real quick, okay, before we go, because we're getting at the tail end of this thing. Before we go, think of one person right now. Think of one person, okay, that you're connected to on LinkedIn that you think could benefit from watching this show. Just one person, okay? And go ahead and tag them in the comments, okay? That's an invite. That's a direct invite. And it allows them to know when they hear this and they watch it, they're gonna go, oh wow, this person was thinking of me. How sweet, how nice.
Yeah, now that's connection, guys, with relationship.
Right? So please do that before we head out. We're going to give some shout outs real quick. We got Bridget, we got Mike.
Oh, Bridget's?
Yeah.
Oh man, my feed's dead.
Your feed's dead? Your
My
phone's
feed's dead too.
Randall, good to see you here. Let's do the who you know at Pecan Lodge, he says.
You know, Randall, now you talking, brother.
Lauren.
Mike Materian.
Hewlett.
Hewlett. It's so
Hewlett.
funny because she put Hewlett.
Kathy Byfield. Hey, Kathy.
Lauren, you're trying to help him. I know you know his handicap, and it messed him up.
Yeah, so we got some tags coming in. So Amanda says, Angelica Graybill, thank you for the tag.
You know, Angelica and Amanda, they were together on the HR thing this morning.
Oh, they were.
They were
awesome.
the same Brady Bunch
okay.
screen. It was cool, y'all. Let's do that again.
Let's see, who else did we get here? Mike tagged Greg Lewis. Thank you so much for that. Greg, shout out to you. Hopefully you're having a blessed day today. So guys, yeah, make sure on your way out you tag. So Susan says, Catherine Brock. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for that, Susan. Appreciate that tag.
Was that Susan Strong?
Yep, it sure
Yay,
was.
Susan. Susan's corporate communication, so it doesn't surprise me that she did it.
Yep. So, guys, again, we appreciate all of these tags. Let these people know what's up, you know?
Yeah.
And then on your way out, make sure you hit that share button. As Mark says, mash that button.
Mash that button.
Mash that button.
Go on, mash it.
All right, guys. Well, today, that is the show.
It's all about
Who
you